Yeah, that's a great question. Um, that's a great question. Where do you start first? I would say that you need to look at it from your homeowner's point of view. If they're going to hire, if you're an HVAC company and they're going to hire you to replace their AC, this isn't so much necessarily the emergency purchase because that your top three or your nothing. Let's talk remodeling. That's a better example. So a customer is they're gonna hire a remodeling company to come into their home and change their home in a major way, and they're gonna take on this hassle. They're gonna take on this kind of cross your fingers and hope these people are good people. How do you tell that story? And so the number one thing is your website, because eventually people are going to get to your website for a purchase like remodeling, and they're going to review the jobs that you did if you've got it on there. And so that's where I would say to start is you have to tell your story. And the story starts with you and who you are, how and why you do the things that you're doing. And then you're going to progress through to the job photos. Then you're going to progress through to the reviews. It's a natural process that you have to follow to communicate to that homeowner that you are somebody to be trusted. Now on the AI side, you need to keep on top. If you're going to do it yourself and not hire anybody else, then what you've got to do is stay on top of what's happening in the search process. And to do that, it's actually pretty easy. Just go out there and search your category and see how what's being returned. Where are you in that list? And then why aren't you at the top? And the nice thing is most of the AIs are going to tell you what their sources are, and then you can go and do the work to get found on those sources. So Houzz is one. I have mentioned that before in podcast interviews and things. It was kind of a puzzling, surprising one. Not puzzling necessarily, but it was surprising because it's such a one-off reference point, and that shows you what you're up against. In the old days, it was a preponderance of links. So if you have 100 links and your competition has 150, they're going to win. It's that straightforward. But now you can have something as kind of out of left field as a description on Houzz that happens to say that your competitor works in the place that was searched. Like in this case, it was Southlake, Texas. So it was mentioned. Southlake, Texas was mentioned on Houzz. And no matter all the stuff that was on the website to tell the story, it was the Houzz description that told it. And so you just have to be out there kind of with your finger in the wind, kind of checking and seeing how these things are done. How are they returning it? And then you go get out on those platforms. Yes, you're exactly right. Sure. Sure thing. Absolutely. Thank you, Michael.